It's another day and another massively embarrassing loss for Trump in court. And this time it's based on the fact that his own lawyers are turning on him. And they're all in trouble right now. And they're saying the only reason they lied was because Donald Trump forced them into lying and tricked them into lying. This applies to Sidney Powell. Do you guys remember her, the Kraken lady? She was one of the most bonkers things about Trump's legal team after the election, and she's in a whole heap of trouble. Not only is she getting sued by some of the companies that she defamed after the election, but she's also facing sanctions for some of the lies she told in court and on legal documents. And in some states, they're basically saying you need to be punished because as a lawyer, you knowingly misled courts. You knowingly misled legal proceedings. And her defenses and the defense of other lawyers with her is that we lied, yes, but only because Donald Trump misled us, which is to say his own lawyers are chucking him under the bus. I want to read you an excerpt from their argument. It says, Campbell further argued that millions of Americans believe the claims and believe that their president would not intentionally mislead them. Of course, attorneys should look beyond their prejudices and political beliefs and view evidence with a level of professional skepticism, but no one is immune to confirmation bias. The attorneys didn't just have suspicions based merely on their own beliefs. They had evidence that those working at the highest level of the United States government shared their suspicions. That context makes this case exceptional, and it is a reason for the court to deny their defendants and their interveners' requests for sanctions. So let me clarify that. That is Sidney Powell's legal team and the legal team of other lawyers basically saying we only lied because Donald Trump did. And because we trusted our president, we trusted our commander-in-chief, anything we did, we're not actually liable for. And I think that one, that's a BS argument. But two, it looks awful for Donald Trump because some of the biggest lawyers in the MAGA cult, when it matters, when their own butts are on the line, they're saying, I don't actually believe this stuff. I don't actually believe this anymore. Donald Trump tricked me. If anyone's at fault, it's Donald Trump and other people close to Trump, because why would they lie? He was the president. He has a responsibility to be better than we are. Right? Like, that's an awful look for Donald Trump. I don't know if this information is going to get to the MAGA crowd, but these are MAGA lawyers saying that Donald Trump was a dirty, rotten liar. So please, judge, don't punish me. Don't punish us. Look at Donald Trump. We didn't do anything wrong. If the president didn't lie to us, we wouldn't have lied. Now, again, I'm not defending Sidney Powell here. I think this is delicious, both because it makes Trump look awful, but also I don't think she's going to be able to wiggle out of this one. Because remember her first argument. Her first argument was actually that my claims were so ridiculous, no reasonable person would actually believe them. She was using the Tucker Carlson Fox News defense. Sidney Powell basically saying, of course I was lying. Any reasonable person would see that. But now she's saying, actually, I was lying, but only because I was tricked by Donald Trump and I believed his lies. This isn't going to work. They're not going to get away with it. If they do, it'll be for some other reason. This argument won't work. But what this does do is it pokes a massive hole in the lie Trump continues to tell. His own lawyers, the MAGA cult, the Kraken crew, they know that it was all BS, and they're only saying it now to save themselves.